Hi, and welcome to this short presentation just on the very many and varied styles of Kung Fu, derived from the Shaolin Temple, as you can see there. Now, first up, one of the more popular systems is the Hung Gar form. Hung Gar is more or less an adaptation of the Tiger system of Shaolin that emphasizes close quarter techniques. Hung Gar isn't much on distance fighting, although it's very effective in close quarter situations. So it's a very strong system, teaching stylists to handle themselves properly in areas where other martial arts seem to fail. Also, another one that's quite popular is the monkey style. And even though it looks funny if you've seen them on various kung fu movies, it looks very comical in some of the moves that it does have. But I think the monkey style is probably one of the most deadliest martial arts systems in the world because it's very dynamic, and it's a very attacking system and very quick and jerky moves. So, and it was actually adapted from an observer, the creator, observing the way that apes and monkeys actually perform and actually how they attack. He found it amazing how they could adapt, move quickly, and be quite ruthless and brutal in their attacking structure. So, from those movements, they adapted the style to perfect it and into a fighting form. So quite deadly, even though it does look quite comical. Praying mantis. Nearly 400 years ago, a man named Wang had a vision. Using the praying mantis, he was able to capture. Wang studied its movements. But using what he saw, he created and founded the style of praying mantis. And he perfected this martial arts style by continuing to observe both the offensive and defensive movements of the praying mantis and using them in the style. And then you have the white crane. Now, the white crane is probably one of the most graceful martial arts systems for its fluidity and its patterns. The pattern for the white crane style was patented after the crane bird, often found in marshes and open plains. The white crane defense forms and attacks are nothing short of just breathtaking in terms of their fluidity and often known as deadly beauty. Although the techniques with them can take years to properly master, they're simple and to the point. So white crane martial artists are masters of self-defense, and although they are taught to avoid confrontations, which is essentially one of the credos of most martial arts, it's very elegant, very stylish, and tremendous fluidity. And then you have Wing Chun Kung Fu. Wing Chun Kung Fu is, again, similar to Hung Gar, very specialized in close quarter combat. It's basically a lot of the styles from the Shaolin Temple distilled into the Wing Chun form. The essence is that you attack your opponent and absorb and then neutralize the attack, and then disengage, restriction of arms, and then retaliate with deadly and penetrating force. One of the cornerstones of Wing Chun is Chi Sao. It's one of my favourite photos of Bruce Lee with Ip Man, two of the most important people in Kung Fu, but Wing Chun, as they both immortalised the art, whereas Bruce went on to bigger and better things. But Wing Chun essentially was a distillation of all of these forms, and as you may see and come across, all the other forms have big elongated movements, especially in their fighting styles and the forms that they actually do. Wing Chun isn't as flamboyant. It's pretty much straight to the point, strictly focusing on offensive and attacking style, and very basic and fundamental. So the fundamentals of Wing Chun can take years to practice and master, but technically speaking, Wing Chun uses a steady and never-ending forward flow of energy that is based on two principles of the straight line theory and the shortest distance between 2 points. Now, these are just a quick overview of the many styles of Kung Fu, but if you'd like to have access to a report that goes into these styles, probably with a bit more detail, but also just as a reference for your own understanding of the various Kung Fu systems, you can go to the website at kungfu/training.net. Have access to a free report there waiting for you. Just go along to that website, just put in your just an email address so I can know where to send the report to, and hope hope you enjoy this quick presentation, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you.